In the busy city of Ibadan, where people chased money from sunrise to moonrise, there stood a legendary food joint called Mama Bisi's Amla Place. Everyone knew the restaurant: rich men, students, bankers, mechanics, even celebrities. People queued from morning till night just to taste her amla and spicy goat meat soup. To many, Mama Bisi was a blessing to the city. But to those spiritually awake, there was something strange about her fame. Her customers grew addicted, not normally, but in a way that made them crave her food even when they weren't hungry. People joked, "If you eat Mama Bisi's food once, you must come back tomorrow." They didn't know the joke was real. They didn't know the truth was darker than pepper soup at midnight. Mama Bisi had one rule that all customers found unusual. Everyone must wash their hands here, before and after you eat. Even if someone brought their own hand sanitizer, she refused. No. Use the bowl outside. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Her workers stood at the entrance with bowls of water, always smiling. "Please wash, sir." "Madam, wash your hand first." People found it annoying, but since her food was irresistible, they obeyed. But what the customers didn't notice was this: the workers never poured the used wash hand water away. They collected it, carefully, and stored it inside a blue 50-liter keg behind the restaurant. To them, it was routine, something their boss just wanted. Every night, after closing the shop, Mama Bisi would call two of her workers, Sola and Kimi. "Carry the keg to the house," she would say. "No spilling." Sola always wondered what the water was used for. One day, curiosity burned him like hot oil. He dared to ask, "Mama, what do you use all these wash hand water for?" She stared at him for one long second. Her eyes were cold like a python's. "Mind your business," she whispered. "And keep your job." Sola bowed and kept quiet. But the question continued to disturb him. One Friday night, the restaurant closed late, and Sola and Kimi carried the heavy keg, as usual, to Mama Bisi's mansion on the outskirts of town. When they dropped it at the backyard, Mama Bisi opened the door. "Thank you. You can go home." Kimi left. But Sola did not. Something in his spirit told him, "Today, stay. Watch." He hid behind the plantain trees in her compound and waited. Soon, Mama Bisi came out dragging the keg toward a small hut beside her house. Sola tiptoed behind her. She entered the hut. He peeped through a crack, and his heart froze. Inside the hut was a giant black pot, as big as a burial drum. Candles surrounded it. Red cloths were tied everywhere. Mama Bisi lifted the keg and began to pour the customers' wash hand water into the pot. As she poured, she chanted, "Ase. Let the destinies of those who washed their hands today enter this pot. Their luck, their progress, their opportunities. I collect it. Let their future wash into my own future." The water bubbled inside the pot as if spirits were drinking it. Sola's hands trembled. The truth hit him like thunder. Her customers weren't addicted to her food. She was feeding on their destinies. Sola pulled out his phone, his body shaking, and recorded everything. Mama Bisi's chant. The pot. The keg. The sacrifice. He uploaded the video online instantly. Within 30 minutes, Ibn caught fire. People began sharing the video. The Amala woman that stole people's destiny. Customers cried. Politicians panicked. Students screamed. The whole city was in shock. The next morning, security agencies stormed her restaurant and sealed it permanently. Mama Bisi was arrested, but even in handcuffs she kept whispering. They washed their hands. They washed their fate. I only collected what they offered. At first, people celebrated her downfall. But within weeks, strange things started happening. Customers who used to succeed began failing. A banker was sacked. A student failed all her courses. A businesswoman's shop burned down. A mechanic ran mad. People cried to pastors, imams, herbalists, anyone who could help. But every spiritual leader said the same thing. Her pot has already drunk their destiny. Breaking such covenants is not easy. Many regretted ever washing their hands in her bowls. Some said, I should have stayed hungry that day. Others said, my life changed the day I ate her goat meat. But regret could not restore what had been stolen. When police officers dug up her shrine, they found something terrifying. At the base of the pot was a pipe. A pipe that led into a small underground stream behind her house. The stream bubbled with dirty water, soap suds, and strange whispers. Spiritual elders later revealed. Everyone's wash-hand water flowed through the pot. But their destiny flowed into the river. That river became known as the River of Stolen Futures. Till today, people in that city say the river still cries with the voices of those whose lives were drained. Final moral. Be careful where you eat. Be careful who you trust. In the city of shadows, even wash-hand water can wash away your future.